The Koch brothers have learned the more they throw their weight around in American politics, the more enemies they make. They've earned the wrath of Harry Reid and Democratic Senate candidates across the country. But in their desire to leave no stone unturned, no local election untouched, they've made an unlikely enemy. This guy.
You know, when I was little, Zeus taught me to love animals and understand the world they live in.
Yes, Jungle Jack Hanna, the guy you see on TV cuddling with animals.
Oh, I was going to show you something. Squirrel crapped in my shirt.
He's also the director emeritus of the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. So why is Jungle Jack mad at the Koch brothers? Because the Koch-backed organization, Americans for Prosperity, are lobbying against a small tax increase to help fund the zoo Jack Hanna is the face of.
The billionaire Koch brothers might be best known for spending big to influence presidential campaigns, but they are now trying to throw a monkey wrench into the Columbus Zoo levy.
Today, voters in Franklin County, Ohio, will vote on a proposal to support the maintenance and expansion of the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. You see, a percentage of Franklin County property taxes go to fund the zoo, and Issue 6 would increase that portion of residents' property tax. Hanna has been lobbying for residents to vote yes on Issue 6.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jack Hanna from the Columbus Zoo. Please help us with Issue 6. This is a cheetah, the most endangered cat in Africa. By voting for Issue 6, we can all help save this species and help educate our children.
But Americans for Prosperity, for whom no tax issue is too small, has jumped into the race like an 800-pound gorilla, urging the voters of Franklin County to vote no on Issue 6. In misleading mailers they sent out to Franklin County voters, featuring, of course, a gorilla, AFP called the issue another money grab and asked voters, can you afford a 105% property tax hike?
The local anti-levy group agrees the flyer is deceptive.
And I saw it when you did, Colleen and Brian. We all saw it at the same time. We weren't involved with it. What is true is your taxes will be raised 105%.
But it's
zoo portion.
Your zoo portion of the tax.
It was not true.
Bring it up with the Koch brothers.
To be clear, Issue 6 would not increase property taxes 105%. If that were the case, Americans for Prosperity wouldn't need to get involved. In fact, let's say you own a $100,000 home in Columbus. Issue 6 would increase your property taxes somewhere between 1% and 2%. That's $23 a year, from just over $21 to $44.
I did not build the zoo. The Franklin County voters built the zoo. Put the $21 aside. What's at stake here?
But that frustration isn't stopping the Koch-backed Americans for Prosperity from getting involved in a local tax levy and a community zoo. Because while the Koch brothers don't like you nosing around their business, they have no problem getting involved in yours. Joining now is Michael Coleman, the Democratic mayor of Columbus, Ohio. And Mayor, are you surprised by Americans for Prosperity entering into this Franklin County tax levy issue?
You know, I am surprised. These are out-of-towners, they're carpetbaggers, they're coming into a community like the city of Columbus, trying to tell a very intelligent electorate how they should be voting. Now, mind you, the zoo levy may not pass, but it won't be because of the Koch brothers. I have to tell you that Democrats and Republicans alike don't like to be told by two billionaires living someplace else in America how we should be governing ourselves, taxing ourselves in the city of Columbus. And I can also tell you that the Republican-leaning business community feels the same in the city of Columbus. I can tell you that the Republican-leaning newspaper in the city of Columbus has editorialized against the Koch brothers coming to the city of Columbus and telling us how we should vote on something that only we care about. And I can tell you the Koch brothers don't care about the citizens of Columbus or any of us that live in this community.
The Columbus Dispatch editorializing this way. Franklin County voters should decide the zoo issue, local officials said, not carpetbaggers who don't live here and don't care about our community. But tell me the honest truth, Mayor. You're just in the pocket of Big Zoo.
I have to tell you something. This is incredible that the Koch brothers are interested in a zoo levy. But you know what? What that tells me is that they're going to be involved in our school board races.
Yep.
They're going to be involved in our city council races. They're going to be involved in every tax issue that comes before the voters in the city of Columbus. And they're going to be telling us how we should be deciding how we govern ourselves, how we tax ourselves. And I'm here to say, along with Democrats and Republicans, independents alike, Koch Brothers, stay out of Columbus.
You know,
we can make our own decisions.
It strikes me there's also an asymmetry here. I'm amazed at how the way Americans for Prosperity seems to be operating is anywhere there's anyone trying to raise taxes for any purpose, it is, as a matter of principle, wrong, and we will spend money to defeat it. Or anywhere there's anyone trying to regulate anything. I mean, we looked at ironworks in Wisconsin that they went after. They did a school board election in Iowa. And there's no liberal version of that where there's some liberal think tank saying, looking out to find where people are raising taxes, and coming in to support the zoo tax levy. And Franklin County, I think the thinking is, I don't know, if the people in Franklin County want to tax themselves more for their zoo, God bless them.
Well, maybe this is their strategy. Let me roll this out, and let's talk about it. Columbus is the center of politics in the state of Ohio.
Yep.
As Columbus goes, so goes Ohio in presidential races. In 2012, the president and the opponent and their vice presidential candidates were in Columbus 77 times in 2012, more than any other city in the nation outside of the city of New York. Now, having said that, the Koch brothers are probably thinking, how do I manipulate the votes in the city of Columbus, not just on tax levies,
right, but
on every kind of election that we're faced with in the city of Columbus? And maybe somehow that might influence a presidential election. I don't know.
I should note that we asked both Americans for Prosperity and the Koch brothers to come on tonight. They declined. AFP sent us a statement defending the math in that infamous flyer. Mayor Michael Coleman, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.